Abusiafo yemo bibi akwaba na yemfa ombra Mega TV en platform we eso abusia ni na eni se Madam Seki Anaba Seki Torkonoo Araba edimirika di ye papa the President of Republic of Ghana n'echi ni na eni se enche ye bia ena mami yeti se omoyi na firi honom as a Chief Justice information dia ba yi na enim dia ekosi ye but enei mami ni nye Chief Justice bio sana enkomo bi ekoso before se mami omu beyi dedi na nano the NDC legal team yera Amaliba what you say lawyer Amaliba edi nsem bi ebetu edwa efa sansem we ehu abuja Black Rasta are reacted to it well don't want to call Sansoro NDC General Secretary Fiavi Kotey awoni NDC lawyers binom a omo ahase a omo nenam kuntuna se omo pese yera John Mahama any remo acha omo nsensi fo no ensem no ya bonu do pesu e de bramo yenko na ntie bi yakoba ebeto aso e de ama meso so be subscribe na like na do comment atum bibi etimi akoso de ntie nse ni bi yakoba ebeto aso.
Gertrude Esaba Torkonoo is coming all the way from Gomoa. Very beautiful woman. She works so hard to be where she is. Unfortunately, according to many, she fell victim to political bias. My brother, my sister, many were those who felt that she was doing the bidding of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo at a point. As it stands right now, she is the most pathetic legal personality in the world. She stands the chance of losing all her entitlements. In fact, as it stands right now, all she has worked and labored for as a lawyer, at the same time a legal person who has risen to the point of the Chief Justice of no other country but the gateway to Africa, Ghana. Oh my God, seriously dwindling into oblivion. She is fighting it tooth and nail. Her name is Gertrude Esaba Torkonoo. My brother, my sister, no, she has been pinpointed as somebody of interest when it comes to office malpractice and at the same time, in fact, misappropriation of funds. She was found guilty. 24 allegations slapped her in her cringing brows. 3 of them succeeded. My brother, my sister, she spent money flying around the world with her husband and also with her child, and paying the nation's hard-earned money to them as per diem. Now, this is Gertrude Esaba Torkonoo. She is the most pathetic legal person today in our country and beyond. When these issues slapped her, many people were of the opinion that she could have just at least apologized to the nation to say that, yes, there was a mistake here, there was a mistake there, but I do apologize, and I would like you to look at this matter again. But no, she flexed her legal muscles. She ran all the way to the ECOWAS court. She got some of the best lawyers to stand with her because she believed that she had a case. Even at a point when the case was dwindling, in fact, in substance, she continued to fight. There are some who believe that she could have been pardoned, and others felt that she didn't do anything wrong. But many Ghanaians do not want to see this woman. A majority of the Ghanaian populace, for a reason that is clear. She has been demonized by the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo government. Ghanaians were so tired of this government for 8 solid years. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and his cohorts, in fact, swooped on the nation like hawks. In fact, and destroy the economy of this nation. So anything that is associated with Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, in fact, is demonized. And this woman here was appointed in the regime of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. One Daniel Ofori was the one who started the whole petition. At the age of 15, Daniel Ofori already was a business boy, not a man yet. In fact, he opened up what today is known as Whitechapel. It's an apparel outfit. He made money with it. My brother, my sister, he's into so many other businesses. He is not a pauper. He has cash. He has substance. He wasn't happy about the CJ and decided to go to court and get the Supreme Court to bar or to stop Torkonoo from listening his case. My God. And he cited her for bias, and the Supreme Court went ahead to uphold this. And Torkonoo was set aside. That was the first case of bias against this woman here from the loins of Daniel Ofori, the owner and founder of Whitechapel. My brother, my sister, the same Daniel Ofori came back again after a couple of years, still talking about bias and also some other misgivings, corruption, and some other such issues, abuse of office. She transferred a certain guy, yes, one Francis Baden. Francis Baden, my brother, my sister, when she shouldn't have done it. There was a committee that was set up to look into the case of a worker in her outfit. He was the ITC deputy, the one in charge of ICT. I beg your pardon, ICT. My brother, my sister, Francis Baden was cited for some wrongdoing by the Chief Justice. A committee was formed that looked into it and said, you know what, there was some kind of wrongdoing, but we cannot just hold one person responsible. And for that matter, reinstate all the people and warn them. That was the decision of the committee that was set up by the Chief Justice herself to look into the case. We've talked about these already, so I don't want to sound like a broken record. I'm rushing it so you will get the full understanding of the issue. Now, when the committee that was set up to look into the issue had finished with its work, probably paid as usual with the taxpayers' money, the Chief Justice decided to step aside the committee and transfer this guy called Francis Baden to the northern region. In fact, through Tamale, he went all the way to Wa. And he was in Wa there distributing court summons and all that. An IT specialist, somebody who was one of the best IT personnel. In fact, in the judiciary, he worked as the deputy. And Madam Torkonoo herself said she had enjoyed working with this man in the past before she became the CJ. And he was very affable. All of a sudden, he had become a bad nut as to how and why the guess is as good as mine. So these were the issues Madam Torkonoo got hooked on. Office malpractice, corruption, oh my God, abuse of office. And the president, by the recommendation of the council, the board, to look into the CJ's issue, was kicked out of office. Right now we are hearing that the Chief Justice is using some two very important people. We know those people, but we are not going to speak about them. My brother, my sister, a high-profile case like this, you can surely come to a certain conclusion that anybody who is playing arbitration or the arbitrator must be of some level. It must be the Otumfuo, Duncan Williams, Pastor Mensa Otabil, and some other such people, my brother, my sister. Right now, the information is that the former CJ, Madam Torkonoo, is running after the President of the Republic of Ghana, Mahama, and begging. What she's saying right now is that you have removed me, but please temper justice with mercy. I have worked so hard all these years to lose all my entitlements, go into retirement with absolutely nothing. It is unheard of. Now the message from the side of the president is that, but you should have said this earlier. You should have apologized for a certain kind of wrongdoing, but you flexed your legal muscles and fought it until every hope was lost. The whole Ghana has been announced to that this is the decision. How do you want the president to go back on this? Is it going to happen? Will the president do it? But what is the source of our information? Now, Abraham Amaliba is the founder of the NDC's legal team. The legal team, you can call them the legal elite or the legal council of the NDC, was founded by this guy here, Abraham Amaliba. And he is so close to the seat of power. In fact, the president even appointed him as a certain road something. Watch this. President Mahama has appointed Abraham Amaliba as the acting director general of the National Road Safety Authority. This is huge. Mahama gave him that. And this is what Amaliba is saying. In short, he says, my incontrovertible sources tell me that the former Chief Justice approached President Mahama through two eminent citizens to allow her to resign peacefully with all her entitlements, but suddenly made a U-turn and went to court over this matter. My brother, so initially, according to Amaliba, and what we also know, she initially wanted to step down peacefully so she could retire with all her entitlements. And if I tell you what is in her entitlement, you'll be shocked. Years of hard work. But her legal team decided to sidestep all this. They told her, you stand a good chance. No, don't resign. You can have two birds in your cage without even throwing a stone. You can have your job and at the same time have your entitlements. This country is a country of law. We shall fight it because we have the best legal brains. They talked to her and she got sweet-headed and decided that, yes, let's litigate. So whilst the president was waiting for her to come out and resign peacefully, she went to the ECOWAS court, went from one court to the other. Now that she has lost everything, she has run back to the president again. Said, Mr. President, what we had initially, can we have it? I want to have my entitlements. And it looks like the answer is very simple. You have fought it in court, you have lost it, and it is what it is. We cannot go back and re-establish your entitlements or reinstate your entitlements. You have been sacked. Once it is on record that you've been sacked, it is over. But in Amaliba's own words, listen to what he said. He spoke on TV3, our sister station. Watch this.
That removal to the Chief Justice. But I'm hearing from the table here that we should have tampered Justice of Mercy because she had worked for 21 years. Who said that didn't happen? Who said? When it comes to the NDC legal team, I'm an integral part. My sources, incontrovertible sources, tell me that the CJ, former CJ, approached the president.
Really?
Through some two eminent Ghanaians in this country.
The Justice Torkonoo?
Yes.
Approached the president?
Yes. Through two eminent Ghanaians in this country. I will not mention their names because I don't have the authority to mention their names. Yes. Now, I think maybe you also know.
Yeah.
Now, what was it about? To ask her to retire or resign peacefully and can take care all those things. Like
entitlements.
When the presidency prepared all the necessary documents, that was when she went to court, at the Human Rights Court, and jettisoned everything.
Well, It's clear, isn't it? So she had a cake, she ate it, and she still wanted to have it, according to what we are hearing. Are you going to be part of the group that says no tears for CJ Torkonoo? Or the group that says, I stand with CJ Torkonoo? She decided to fight it. She lost it. But latest information is that she's still not giving up. She's heading to court again. My brother, my sister, after working for over 21 years with a certain kind of labor, sweat, it's very difficult to look at your entitlements just fizzle into thin air. It's the worst nightmare of every legal person or every worker. It is sad, but in the interest of our nation, in fact, it's a win for Ghana. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more. Hey, yo, yes, the stream, so many more people can be part of this. Share the broadcast, subscribe, and hit on the notification button so many more people can be part of this. Thanks so much to all you wonderful people. Watch this story number 2. Watch this, and this is hot. Woo! Mahama angry with corrupt NDC lawyers. Mahama angry with corrupt NDC lawyers. Oh my God. There was a communique, in fact, an article you may call it, from Kweku Azan. How many of us know Kweku Azan? He's a legal person, and he's been fighting for dual citizenship for some Ghanaian citizens. In fact, when he realized that I was so much against dual citizenship, he came at me directly and told me, Black Rasta, I want to debate you. I want us to find out whether it is good to have dual citizenship or not. And I said, let's arrange and then have it in public so many people can be part of this. He told me, but I'm not in the country. Anytime I arrive in the country, I will make sure that we do this. Then he went ahead to tell me, do you know that Nkrumah had dual citizenship? And I said, how? With all my readings, I have never come across that. Educate me. He told me at a point all Ghanaians were citizens of the UK or the United Kingdom. I laughed my head off. I said, of course, if that is what you call dual citizenship, then I hear that was by force. Some people came and colonized us and decided that every member of this country must be a British citizen. This is Kweku Azan. He's a citizen who has fought so much for equal rights and justice in this country. He's based outside the country, but he's a known lawyer who has been in the legal fray for a long time. I love him, and I'm still waiting for that debate. My brother, my sister, Nkrumah did not take a dual citizenship. Nnamdi Azikiwe did not do it. PLO Lumumba did not do it. All our great heroes never played with any dual citizenship. Even Jerry John Rawlings, who had the opportunity to be called Scottish and Ghanaian, stood with his Ghanaian citizenship. So it was very annoying when a guy went to court and tried to strip Rawlings of his Ghanaian identity. Do you all remember? My brother, my sister, Kweku Azan was also talking about this thing about oral. Is oral Operation Recover All Loot? Is it all of a sudden becoming ORS? Operation Reward Stealing. Is that it? My brother, my sister, why is this conversation very important at this point? Now, Fiavi Kotey. How many of us know Fiavi Kotey? Fiavi Kotey. Now, he used to be an aide to Rawlings. And I remember in the days, me and him clashed a little bit because I had said something about Rawlings. It's about 20 years back. And he wasn't happy about it. He was a young man then, just like me. We both had the youthful energy. And on a radio station, he tried to, make his point, And I also tried to make my point. That was the last time we actually clashed. Now, the next time we met was just a few months back before the elections when he told me, Black Rasta, we are going to work hard to win the elections so you don't have to relocate. This is Fiavi Kotey. Fiavi Kotey is very angry. What are the newscasts saying? The newscasts, what are they saying? One message is clear. They know themselves. The time will come that we will mention names. Fiavi Kotey on NDC lawyers trying to cut deals for persons under prosecution. Wow! Now let's look at the full story. It's interesting. Now the General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, the NDC's Fiavi Kotey, has said that the time will come when the names of the NDC lawyers who are trying to cut deals for persons under prosecution will be put out. He says those NDC lawyers know themselves. Fiavi Kotey is not happy with some of the party's lawyers. Now the party's scribe is accusing some of his compatriots of inhibiting efforts by the government to prosecute people found to have engaged in wrongdoing. Dash it away. My brother, this is very clear. There are a lot of people who have been prosecuted. We all remember Kobna Dufour. He was prosecuted a long time ago. Now this power, we go to court, wherever it is, Dufour is allowed to cut a deal. And he walks away. The same way, another guy, one Asian, goes to jail for almost the same crime or the same sin. The Attorney General insists that they are not the same cases. But whatever it is, this guy was also allowed to pay back all the money in full. Atu Asian. My brother, my sister, he was only able to afford something. And the rest of it, with all his influence and friends and TV click, he couldn't get that. So they threw him in jail. Now he went to jail because of his high profile nature. He's better than the banana thieves. He's better than the plantain thieves. He's better than the rapists and all those people. So they found a way of pulling him out because they said he has some spinal issue, as if he's the only person sick in our prisons. Fire is continually burning all these people in high and low places. As to how they were able to machinate and remove this thief from the prison called Atu Asian is still very, very suffocating. Atu Asian came out. He's walking free. My brother, my sister, on bail. Now, what is the bail about? Now, the guy was given the opportunity to pay back the money he stole. He couldn't, so he was convicted and called an official thief. He stole our money. All of a sudden, KSM and some other people came pleading for him because he was sick. Why didn't they plead for the banana thief? Why didn't they plead for the plantain thief? Why didn't they plead for the numerous weed smokers in prison who are also equally sick? Because they are not high-profile people. So, criminal, dirty thief Atu Asian gets the chance to come out. And once he comes out, he's walking around there on bail. The case has been completed. So what is this bail thing about? I don't understand it. It's completed. He's been convicted. Or is it health bail? Because we have leave health or health leave, travel leave. Is there something like that in the legal system, the prison system? My brother, my sister, Atu Asian is out. Did they cut him a deal too? At least the Attorney General got him in there. Dufour is working. They said he paid about 60% of whatever he owed. How about the 40%? Who's going to pay that? Ghosts? Ancestors? I wonder who is going to pay that. My brother, but let's get to today's issue. Fiavi Kotey is very angry that the NDC came into power on the back of the Nana Addo Dankwa government being overly corrupt, fantastically corrupt. Now, if you campaigned against corruption, you campaigned against Cecilia the past millions under the bed, my brother, my sister, and campaigned against fantastic corruption. Now it is time for you to prosecute all these fantastic thieves. Then you start cutting deals with them. Now let me tell you what secret it is. And this is a secret. It's a secret. Watch this. What is happening right now is anybody that is caught in the web of corruption in the former regime, the NPP regime, and they try to fight at the beginning, but when they realize that it's not working too good, either it's Iyoko that has picked them, national security, or the attorney general, they are in the same circle, right? If they pick you up, the first thing they do is to look for an NDC lawyer. Listen attentively. They look for an NDC lawyer. We all know them. We do not want to start mentioning their names because they know themselves and we all know them. There are some lawyers who have become very, very notorious for partisanship. The NDC has its lawyers. The NPP has its lawyers. NPP lawyers include people like, what's his name, Atachia. NDC lawyers include people like Chatuchi Kata. My brother, my sister. So now, any criminal or alleged criminal who is from the former regime, once they are arrested, they don't deal with their lawyers anymore. They go for NDC lawyers. And the NDC lawyers are so influential because their party is in power. They knock on the doors of all these institutions, corruption fighting institutions, from the OSP's office all the way through to Iyoko, to national security, and then all the way through to even the police and the attorney general. At the end of the day, there is a looming crisis of deal cutting. Kobna Edu-Buahin is looking for a plea deal. But instead of looking for a plea deal, we are told that he's looking to cut a deal. There are two different things. A plea deal is for you to say, hey, the case is becoming so long, so I don't want it to be so long. I plead that I'm guilty in one way or the other, so this is what I want to pay to the state, whatever it is. I'll compensate the state like this. Then you look at it. But in this case, it's a plea. It's not a plea deal. They are cutting a deal. You know what? Let's set him free. We'll give you this amount of money. Keep it for yourself. And then you keep this amount of money for the state as well. That is what is meant by cutting the deal. If we continue like this, oral is going to be a joke. It will suffer from dental caries. Somebody find out what dental caries means. Oral. The hygiene that is supposed to bring us, it will bring us dental caries. If we continue like this, Mahama will be a joke. If we continue like this, hey, it's going to be really terrible. And I'm glad that people like Fiavi Kotey are coming out to spill this out and warn all those lawyers to stay away. Right now, every criminal is looking for an NDC lawyer, and Mahama is angry. The information reaching me is that Mahama has put his foot on the ground and is roaring like a wounded lion. He says, any member of his regime who is involved in anything close to cutting a deal will be first and foremost embarrassed in public. Number two, in fact, you stand the chance of suffering the same fate as the person charged. In other words, you would also be prosecuted. As to how they will do it, my brother, my sister, Mahama is angry. He's realized that there are some people who are quick enough to destroy the name of something good that is about to happen. My brother, my sister, he still has his 24-hour economy to push into full action. He has a lot of chips to build around Ghana, and he has a lot of work to do in the country. If lawyers belonging to his political party are beginning to cut deals, then it's serious. But there's one man who says that no matter what, they are not cutting deals with anybody. If you are prosecuted, the full rigors of the law will descend on you. Number two, anybody that we have brought to this institution, 99% they are going to jail. Raymond Archer. Raymond Archer of the Economic and Organized Crime Office. He says there is nothing coming to Iyoko that will have a deal cut. And that anyone who is brought to Iyoko, no matter what, they have lost the case already. And true to his words, Komna Edubuaine is in there. Akpalu is in there. And we're going to go into the Akpalu issue. You'll be shocked. The depths of rot. From there, there's another case I'll be talking to you about. But I just want to hold my calm for the time being, and they will be telling you more about this. The Attorney General has also made it clear that no deal will be cut. But he has cut one deal already with Komna Dufour. Has he repented? And he used to be a lawyer for Komna Dufour. He has defended it by saying it's not the same issue as that of Atu Essien. This is the Attorney General. His name is Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayine. Well, our eyes will continue to watch. It's all about Ghana, not any individual. And we must make sure that people face the music that they have succeeded in creating. It's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kokoshonemo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more. Hey ya! Hoyo! Hoyo!
Iti ensem no ena Black Rasta edi ato edwaro wate ase enti no uti ensem oka no na chese maame araba tokunu ope ni case ena widen wenya, and it is sad se maame araba seki tokunu sambra minu ka sei maami sebi enyado odi yewura John Mahama achi ni na eye ono ankasa watena se adwene hu se de ami se ne chi ahye ne nim ahye ohun ba bi ofa bio. Yes, ye ka kire ho bra na maami wei ne sigusu ana woka the law is the law, the law is the law, and the law is the law no na eye ne de ene ono ankasa enim ahu de ekoso ene ono ankasa hu se ampa emra no eye den eye mra what you say ene ye mami araba seki Torkonoo hu se emra no eye den eye mra enu nti a edo utimi ntina no to so na mami dive into ensema Fiavi Kotey, the General Secretary edema NDC amanyuku no odi aba montin so NDC lawyers now come once now. You people must be very careful. NDC lawyers, you people must be what? Very, 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 very careful. Because enkobase obie disika na yachi nipa na tuma o sorry a o say na ye lawyer o ko defend the case no. Na o ko defend the case no kra no enka momum procedure o say an cat contract na bibisa brofo ben kra na Black Rasta issue ye yen kate issue no so chese yen twa so ma yen ka kra bio. Are you trying to condone what do you call it corruption? We are DNP for we at the year for the past 8 years a DNP payment you go we at the year for the past 8 years. We are quite on modi faso Ghana siko mwia and now me no kase Kofi Akpalu eshim because onyeni pakrampo na wabibe no. And so sorry na wakasamu MPP or sorry ene NDC ayesi NDC ayesi emre bia Captain Smart eka chenje Kofi waso be yeshi because we di omo ani sika na one Captain Smart ekun oso onti ase one Captain Kwadwo Smart den ekun because onti ase se yewra captain akase emre bi beba ohun be kirewo ebia senka samre no Kofi Palu ehihye na dam die osoro yi ene nkoma na ni da ho a enkanye enne eni se oda so da yoko cells custody abronye DC ano ene dina kopie eye yoko I mean police custody and sema abronye so aka no krom enye nsenketwa ni nyina na MPP for mo te wo mo hwe o MPP for te wo na no mo hwe abronye nsema waka no krom defamation allegations chese ensema odi senkofo di ukrom nyina na abronye MPP 40 ya especially Bawumia te wonum ena ohwe abronye closely ena wa omachi ni ye behu nkrofo bi no mbe sori abota abo court akotena police custody say omo ye demonstration omo kwatena form because omachi abronye kura ndeni nyame ase because one oka say nkofo bi threat your life uhia political asaram ena ene police fo abechew sorry ena omodu akohye baby ene police fo akochew edi wasie we omudi na sie o omunyo omadwen so omo hante no omudi abronye asie keke omudi na sie wati ase omudi na sie enti bu ye bibi adwen ho ene maame yareba tokunu ono ankasa hu de ekọ abronye ade a washa ase a wo ye the politics no o create enemies for himself or create enemies for what himself. And it is sad. It's really sad. I was here, my for we see. Let's also subscribe to the channel. Now I like, now I share, now for free. Be here. Chida wajun comment section. Macro be bye bye.